How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse.
And I'm John from Running Warehouse.
And today we are going to be taking a first look at the new Topo Specter 2. Now, the Specter series launched a few years ago as that first shoe within the Topo line to feature a pebax powered midsole, but it also had an EVA frame, so maybe could have used a little bit more pebax foam in my own opinion, but it showed that Topo was looking at super foams, looking at softer and bouncier materials. Now with version 2, they've taken a lot of those original philosophies, but really supercharged it to the next level.
Next level indeed. So similar to the Cyclone 2 that we saw have that full-length pebax powered midsole, we get that here in the Specter 2, but in almost a max stacked version. It's a shoe that is lightweight. It's got that magical foam that I love to run in, and this is the type of shoe that's definitely up my alley.
Yeah, now taking a little bit deeper dive into this midsole, we do have an interesting setup. Now, like you said, we've got full-length pebax powered midsole that runs from the heel to the forefoot. It's a lot of stack underfoot, nearly 40 millimeters, so you get that protection and cushioning. And like version 1, this shoe still has no plate, so you get that little bit more nimble, a little bit more versatile, not quite as stiff of a feel. But I will say from a durometer standpoint, it's not gonna be a super squishy shoe. It's a little bit on the softer side, but I'd say it's a little bit firmer than some of the other shoes on the market that feature super foams.
Yeah, so it might be a little bit firmer, but that's actually okay with me as somebody who doesn't love to train in carbon plated shoes all the time. I like it when you just have nice super foam underneath, and here you have that. So you're gonna sacrifice a little bit of that squishiness, but that's okay. You need that stability, and the shoe feels like it's still gonna be nice and soft, but give you that extra stability, and you've got that wide base underneath. So I'm really looking forward to lacing it up, getting some miles in. It's definitely the type of shoe that I would gravitate towards. It's lightweight, it's got a lot of stack, and it's got that pebax midsole, so you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, now taking a little bit closer look at the outsole, it's really what you'd come to expect with a shoe like the Specter. Very minimal rubber. You've got strategic placement in the forefoot and in the heel, and then plenty of exposed midsole in the midfoot and down into the heel. One thing I will note though is in the forefoot, we see these flex grooves, these channels that are almost cut out, and it really reminded me of another shoe that both you and I really enjoy, the Nova Blast.
Yeah, that was a good call out by you when we were taking a look at this shoe in the office. It definitely has those cutouts, maybe not as deep as the Nova Blast. What I really loved about the cutout and channels for the Nova Blast 4 is that it really did enhance the toe off. It really gave a nice trampoline-like, exciting feel underfoot. So if the Specter 2 resembles that and has that same type of experience, then it's gonna be a really fun shoe to run in and go fast in.
Now, wrapping the shoe all together, we're gonna go into the upper, and it's a pretty simple design. An engineered mesh that's fairly lightweight, fairly thin, has just enough support to handle some of those longer miles, but not a whole lot to it. But the one thing you gotta remember with a Topo shoe is that toe box. It still has that really roomy, spacious toe box that just feels really natural on foot.
Yeah, I've got a wider foot myself, so I know that my toes are gonna be happy in a shoe like this. I think the best part of this whole package though, Connor, is that in a US Men's 9, it's coming in at only 7.5 ounces, which makes it incredibly lightweight, especially given the high stack of foam. So it's really gonna be competitive with some of our favorite fast day shoes, and it's a shoe I'm definitely looking forward to testing out and really feel how it stacks up to those.
Yeah, I mean, at 7.5 ounces with a pebax foam, this shoe is really gonna be right in line with some shoes like the Rebel V4, and maybe I'd even throw in the Endorphin Speed in the mix. That shoe does have a plate, but both are fast, bouncy, versatile, something that can do a lot of things really well.
Yeah, and I think the fact that those two shoes come to mind when you're talking about the Specter 2 really bodes well for this shoe and what it could possibly do. I even think about a shoe like the Asics Super Blast, which is my favorite shoe right now. The Specter 2 looks to be the type of shoe that I would lace up 5-6 days of the week for all training runs. And that's the kind of versatility that I value. And it looks like the type of value that the Specter 2 is gonna be able to bring. I'm most looking forward to it for longer progression runs. It seems like it has that protection, it's lightweight, and it's got that pebax foam that I think is gonna feel good over the 15, 16, 17 miles.
Well, John, the Topo Specter 2 really does offer an amazing upgrade over that last version. More pebax foam, bouncier, softer feel. This really is the shoe that I was originally thinking the Specter was gonna be. A nice update that I think will be great in any runner's lineup. If you're looking to try the Topo Specter 2 for yourself, you'll be able to find it here at Running Warehouse in summer 2024.